Hey, so I'm Jackie Diggins, and I haven't been on for a while. I haven't done a video for a while, and so it's good to be back. As you can see behind me, I have my book published now. So if you haven't got it, be sure to go over to Amazon or send me a message if you're local, and I can get you one. But anyway, what I wanted to share about today was um, I have a friend who had started doing cold plunges. Okay. And I had heard about that just a little while back of people doing that. And I didn't really think much of it. But recently, when this friend started doing them a couple weeks ago, I would see her do some posts and just got kind of curious with myself and God, just like, what would be the benefit of that? And one of the later posts that she put up just a few days ago really hit me. What she has done is she's put a tank in her backyard. She lives by some mountains, and so the mountains are the backdrop to some of her videos that she's done. And she gets in, like, there's been times when she's chipped away ice, and I think it's a little warmer where she's at now. But anyway, when I saw this post, she said it's just me out in nature, with the birds, the mountains behind her. Her kids weren't out that day when she got in. And um, anyway, I felt like God was prompting me to do something like that. And so, anyway, I have started doing some cold plunges. And I wanted to share with you what God is saying about that space. Like, if you're wondering for yourself, why would somebody step into freezing cold water? Like, our water is well water, and so it's colder coming in. So I have not chosen to do a tank outside like she has in her situation. But um, anyway, so I wanted to share with you what God was saying about this. I actually shared this with a friend, and that friend that was doing it. And then I felt like he wanted me to hop on and just share about what this space, is choosing to step into a hard space, kind of what that means in a person's life and how it can strengthen you spiritually, mentally, physically. It's got a whole bunch of physical um, benefits to it, like your immune system is strengthened. It can help with weight loss. It gives you a clearer mind. But there's more to it. Can be more to it, especially for a believer and someone who is choosing to step into a hard place. So I'm just going to read this to you. I have it written down here, so I'm going to read it to you. So you chose to step into that uncomfortable spot all by yourself and realized you are okay. You're safe there. It's because that spot is in Christ. Okay? Just you and God. God is saying, here is holy. You let go of your will there. For me to live is Christ. It's no longer I who lives, but Christ lives in me. You are not your own. You were bought with a price. Honor God with your body. Those were some scriptures. I didn't put the references down for those, but they're from the Word, and you can Google them if you're interested in just seeing that in the word. There's a little bit more to this, so I'm going to continue. This doesn't separate you from his love. So stepping into this cold water, in this case, this cold plunge, but stepping into hard places doesn't separate you from his love. You are not letting the outer circumstances decide how you are inside. You're in his love, so it doesn't matter what's going on around. You're his, and you are okay in that spot. You're loved, so the outer circumstances can't affect you. You're not letting them affect you. That is why you can stay in that water and be still, knowing that he is God. The outer circumstance doesn't affect what's going on the inside of you. So now, when you go and do anything else, you remain. He has kept you. You remain in his love, abiding in him. So, in my experience, and I haven't done this very many times, maybe 3 or so times so far, I've stepped into this cold water. I'm guessing it's 40 some degrees. I don't know for sure, but it's really cold. And what I found is that when I'm when I step in, it feels cold for a little bit. Just even for me, it's the first 30 seconds or so. And then you have to catch your breath for a second. But then as I stay in there, then everything goes numb, right? You can't feel the cold anymore, which was amazing. Like the first time I was in, my wrists were kind of achy, kind of my forearms a little bit. And I normally don't like I don't like cold swimming pools. I'm not one to jump in a lake, but stepping in like that, so that's kind of what happens is you just go numb and you can't feel it anymore. So I found as I set a timer for 11 minutes and I just got in. I would pray in the spirit during that time, and you just realize your body can be in kind of an uncomfortable spot. Um, Even though it's numb, you're not really feeling the cold anymore, but realizing you're okay there. And that's just like in life, then when you've chosen to step into a hard spot in this cold plunge, then other areas in life that you are called to step into, you've already done that. Like you've already chosen it in the comfort of your own home, or however, if you decide to do this. But then um, when you are brought up against some other hard situation, it doesn't feel as hard because you've already stepped into it, like choosing to step into it. Does that make sense? And so that's in that spot when you're in a really uncomfortable place, like maybe speaking in front of a group or having a situation with your kids or some other confrontation or whatever it might be. It's not as hard. You realize you're okay being uncomfortable, you know, and then you know that this situation hasn't separated you from God's love, because that's what the word tells us, that nothing separates you from the love of God. And you're okay. You're inside. you're okay. It doesn't matter what's going on the outside. And so I I believe that's a spot God's calling us to as his people. And if you haven't accepted the Lord, that is a gift to you. He's saying, here's a gift of salvation. And so it's just accepting that. And so you just can tell him that you receive that salvation. And then moving forward, it's seeking him and the kingdom and reading the word and learning more about what he has for us. So anyway, I just wanted to share about that because I believe that um, it's a simple tool to use if you want to strengthen your mindset, if you want to step into harder things. I was listening to just part of a podcast the other day of a gal who was actually climbing all 7 highest mountains in the world. And one thing that she said too is, I'm doing cold plunges. So it is a tool that's easy to use if you're wanting to strengthen confidence, strengthen your mental state, um, be able to step into something hard. That's an amazing tool that we can use that's just can be in the comfort of your own home, in your bathtub, or turning your shower cold for um, a while. And it's okay to work up to the time. At first, I thought it was just 3 minutes, but then when I read further on it, I realized 11 minutes was kind of what they were suggesting. And I found that at the end of that time, I didn't want to get out necessarily. It was a really peaceful spot to be able to be uncomfortable in a sense and calm inside and knowing you're okay in that spot. So, anyway, I hope this helps somebody. Be watching for, I have 2 books being published in the next couple of weeks. One of them is Covered on a Deeper Level. It's bonus material for covered living in triumph while going through trials. And so it's something that you can go deeper with on your own, or you can do with a group. And if you want to join me in me taking you through the book, I am doing that as well. Um, and I've encouraged the people going through it with me to share my book on their social media, share it with friends and family, and then leave a review on Amazon. So also, if you haven't left that review and you've gotten my book and read it, it would be, I'm trying to get to 50 reviews. So I would be appreciative. I would appreciate it if you would go on there and leave your review. I'd love to hear what you thought about my book. And the other book coming out, which I'm super excited about, is called What If You Believed? And it's a daily read. 31 beliefs to act on from the living word to bring about life change. And so it's daily entries where I share a verse and then I go over the way the thoughts and perspective God gave me around that verse to apply it to my life and change my life, so that I'm not on a roller coaster all the time, even though I have 10 children, business and husband, and, walk through a lot of different things like we all do. But we can live different as believers. And so, anyway, watch for that. It's coming. It'll be up on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. Those are the 2 places I know there's links to. Some have said Apple Books or something, and Google something. I think there's a Google Books or something too. I'm not sure. But anyway, I just am excited about those coming out and would encourage you to get a copy, and we'll just see what God has next. So also, if you have any need for one-on-one coaching, I do that as well. Most of it is through Zoom, and it helps people move to the next level in life and um, be able to throw off the weights from their past and move forward to the next thing that God has for them. So that's what I do as a coach. So reach out to me if you're interested. Hope you enjoy your day, and I'll talk to you soon.